Crystal Waters is in the house, cuentavientes. No. Darling, have you any idea how many times we played on the show your song? How it is so iconic. We have like every possible remix, every possible version. This is the first time you and I have had this conversation, so I'm gonna have to ask you the obvious questions. Okay. Gypsy woman, she's homeless. Tell me the story behind that song.
This song, it was actually written by an actual woman. When I wrote this song, the first thing that came out was la da dee la da da. All right, now I got this black patent leather on.
O sea, no puedo creer. You see me dance? I know the song by heart.
You look good. You look good.
Well, this is an amazing song.
So the syllables were so short. I said I couldn't fit any words. So I said, somebody's singing this. And I thought of this woman who stood downtown in Washington, D.C. She had a full face of makeup. She looked dressed in all black, but she was singing gospel songs with a hat asking for money. And I had a bad attitude, like, oh, she needs to go get a job, da 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 da. And then someone did a story on her in the newspaper and said that she had just lost her job in retail at a cosmetic counter, and that she felt if she was going to ask for money that she needed to look respectable. That's why she had the full face of makeup and was dressed really clean. And the whole story just changed my whole idea about homelessness, and how one day you could have everything and the next thing is all gone. So the song is basically about her. She wakes up early every morning just to do her hair because she cares.
So then you sat down and said, I'm going to write this song about this woman, not knowing, Crystal, that this would become an iconic song forever. I mean, forever.
Ever. I had no idea. I thought it was going to be a hit here in Washington and, maybe New York and Baltimore. But I had no idea 30 years later that I would still be on a stage singing it.
So who produced this song?
This was produced by the Basement Boys out of Baltimore.
Why do you think so many years after, it is actually 33 years after now,
yeah,
it is still this successful and part of everybody's soundtrack of their life?
I have no idea. I'm just happy and blessed, and I think it's really interesting when you actually listen to the lyrics that you're actually dancing to a song about homelessness. So it's really kind of strange to me, but I think it's something about the feeling, the emotion, and just the beat and that keyboard. Everybody remembers that keyboard in the hook, so
yeah,
it has something to do with that.
Well, the Basement Boys did an amazing job. How did you start, Crystal? Because I know sort of the story that they were looking for backup vocals, and then you came up. So why don't you tell us the story?
Well, I started as a background vocalist, and I did an album. I recorded, and then after that was over, I knew I wanted to be in music. So I had recorded a demo. I wanted to be like Sade. But then I met the Basement Boys, and they loved my songwriting style. So they asked me if I would write over these new beats. House music was really new. And they asked me if I would write over, keep my style and write over the beats they gave me. So the first two tracks they gave me was actually Gypsy Woman and Making Happy. And those were the first two house songs that I wrote.
So that's how you started, those two songs.
That's the first two house songs I wrote. Before that, I was writing more like a Sade, more of a jazz thing.
Yeah. But house was the thing in the 90s. Like, I've been listening to house since the 90s, and literally, I hooked up with a friend of mine yesterday, and we were listening to music, and he said, come on, move forward. You're so trapped in house. Yeah, let it go. And that's what I hear most of the time. Okay, and then let's talk about 100% Pure Love.
I want your love. I want it tonight. I'm taking your heart.
That was under a lot of stress to do another Gypsy Woman, but I didn't want to do another one. So that song was really about, it was a couple of things. 100%. At the time, Yeah, hip hop had come in, and they were talking a lot of negative stuff to me, and I wanted to write something totally opposite. I wanted to do 100% pure love. And it was actually written for a person. I was in love at the time, so a lot of lyrics are about him.
Is he still in our life?
He's alive.
Oh, he's alive. Not in my life, but alive.
We talk every now and then, but no, he's not in my life. He enjoys the notoriety.
Have you ever left the music scene? So what happened with Crystal Waters from the 90s to 2023?
Well, I had in 2009, 7 and 9, I had another hit. Well, after the 90s, I got dropped from the label, and I went to another label. That didn't work out, and then in 2000, I don't remember, 8, 9, I had the hit Destination Calabria. So that kind of put me back in the scene, and I've been, ever since then, I've had like 6 more Billboard #1 dance hits. Up until COVID, and then now I have a new release out called Dance, 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 and I'm working on an album. So to me, I've been busy all this time.
That's amazing. So it was Gypsy Woman, Making Happy, Surprise, the Mega Mix, You Turn Me On, 100% Pure Love, What I Need, Ghetto Day, Relax, In the Ghetto, The Boys from Nights in Egypt, and now it's Dance, 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 Dance. But you know what? I mean, do you have a favorite remix for a Gypsy Woman?
Honestly, I couldn't even tell you which one. I still hear new ones. I mean, it gets licensed at least twice a year for another remix.
And explain, how does that work? I've always been very curious. So what, like a DJ calls up and says, I want to do a remix? Could I have permission?
A good DJ will. They have to go and get permission to use either the music or the license. They either go through the Universal Records and get permission. And sometimes, or they'll have to come directly to me. It depends on, Universal charges one fee, or they can come to me for a different fee.
For a different fee.
But I'll keep it like that.
For a friends and family fee.
Yeah, it's kind of like that.
Oh, and how do you decide if you're going to give permission to that DJ? Like, what do you base your decision upon?
It has to be a really good mix because, this is Gypsy Woman. You can't just give it out to everyone. You don't want it to water it down or cheapen it in any way. So there has to be a really good mix and know that there's going to be some really good promotion behind it, things like that.
Well, my favorite version of that song is DJ Dimitri from Paris.
Oh, really? Oh, I remember that.
You remember that with that version? And it has like this flute, and it's sort of a Latin rumba vibe, which I think is amazing.
Oh, I have to find it.
Oh no, find it. It's on YouTube. Just put Gypsy Woman. She's homeless. DJ Dimitri from Paris, and you're gonna love that version. Make some money off of that, man, because it's a great remix. So you were, and I cannot believe, I've been waiting for you forever. And then when you came to Mexico to the Pepsi Center, by the way, we gave tickets away and everything. That was October 8th. I wasn't in the country and I couldn't go and see you, which makes me very sad. But how was the concert?
It was amazing. It was great. It was packed. Everybody was excited. Everybody sang along. The confetti fell from the sky. It was wonderful. It was really wonderful.
A big kiss to you. Thank you so much for being on the show.
Thanks for having me. You were fun. Love the outfit.
Thank you for that. Obviously, I had to present myself properly in front of you. Thank you so much for being part of the soundtrack of our lives. Thank you so much for that song and so many nights of joy that it has brought us. So, a big kiss to you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Besito.
All right, bye-bye.